What is up? Rob and Trammy here. We are in Holly, Pennsylvania. Yes, I've never heard of this place before. So we are here for our coaching mastermind, and we like to stay on track when we are traveling, so that way we can continue being an example for our community, but also for our health, and we enjoy just living this. So we're gonna share some tips, because we're here at breakfast, on ways that you can stay on track while traveling. So tip number one is call the hotel first. So if you see what we're eating right here, we basically contacted the hotel to ask them about dietary and if we can make a dietary accommodations, right? So they were able to make accommodations for us. They're able to get a refrigerator into our hotel. So that's a tip, is to have a refrigerator. Just kind of scope out the area. Number one, contact them and just get to know the area a little bit more, and see if there's a gym, see if there is what's on the menu.
Yep, I called ahead and got them to make my own personal.
Yeah, so we found
menu
out that we were actually able to contact them and tell them what we actually liked, right? So they were able to make accommodations for us. So number one is actually contact them, seeing who's involved, and seeing if they're able to make accommodations. Number two is when you are actually ordering your food and creating your meal plan or talking to the hotel, or if you're staying at Airbnb, you could actually just go to the grocery store yourself. Okay, let's say you're eating out here like we are. Do not be afraid to actually ask for things, all right? So
because they have a menu, a set menu that they have for the day, but I called and just asked. And they were like, yeah, sure.
So basically, if you look here, the menu is already set. So that's the menu basically here. So as you can see here, there's chicken rice soup. There's all kinds of different things. There's like grilled chicken options, things like that. But for breakfast, it's mainly pancakes and things like that. However, in our case, what we did was, I'll show you guys. Basically, we asked for an omelet. This is an egg white omelet with sauteed vegetables,
avocado,
and then we also asked for
salsa,
oatmeal. And it took a while for them to take our order, and a part of me was like, oh man, this is annoying them, but that's okay. Like, you could just tell them, hey, I would really appreciate it. You can give them a tip. One part of it is, a lot of people think that what's on the menu is what you have to order. However, that's not true. So basically, we'll show you what we ordered. So this right here is an egg white omelet, just sauteed with everything with vegetables.
Got salsa on it. I also put some cottage cheese on it. Kind of weird, but
yeah,
I like it.
So if you don't know what to get and you're like, I really want to hit my fat loss goals this year and I don't know what to do, always stick with the lean meat. So in this case, it's going to be an egg white, another lean protein. That's yogurt right there.
Plain Greek yogurt.
Yep. So prioritize a lean protein, and then in there, that's cottage
plain
cheese.
Oatmeal, also a little bit of plain oatmeal.
So and then
cheese.
Yep. So
fruit.
Yep. You could always do a vegetable, which is the vegetables are in here, and then you could always ask for a fruit bowl right there, and then a really great carb is an oatmeal, okay? And then we have black coffee as well. And then also we ordered for a side of avocados right there and salsa. So basically keeping it really plain, really lean. It took about a while for her to write it all down, and for part of it I was like, man, we just order from the menu. If we did that, then it would be so much easier for them. But then we're like, no, guess what? Let's just go ahead and be committed to our health. And we went ahead and asked, right? And so that's tip number two. So tip number two is ask. Tip number three is actually stick with the lean protein first. Veggies, fruit. You could always ask for things grilled, things steamed. In this case, you could always ask for low oil as well, right?
Yep.
So that's what we basically did. And this is breakfast, how we normally would have gotten breakfast. And stay tuned, we'll show you how to order like a lunch or a dinner, and using the exact same technique, right? So if you guys are questioning, oh man, I'm traveling and I don't know what to do, I'm out of my environment, it's possible. It is very possible. Tip number one, do your research, figure it out, get to know them, talk to them, see if there's a refrigerator, how food is set up when you travel. Number two, when you actually are ordering, actually ask them to make accommodations, right? Doesn't that taste good, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Do not be afraid to ask them and ask for accommodations. Number 3, what do you need to order? Prioritize lean proteins, vegetables, and fruit. And you can always ask for steamed, grilled, and for us, it's more mainly raw and fresh, right? So those are some tips. I hope you found this useful.
No oils.
There you go, no oils. Yep.
That dramatically can lower the amount of fat, calories,
Yep.
and prioritizing the vegetables. You can have so many vegetables that are grilled, steamed, and as long as there's not a bunch of oil and stuff like that on there, it's very low calorie.
Exactly. So that's
So
how.
you can still feel full, satiated, and be reaching your goals.
Yeah. And let's say
Crushing
you have
goals.
business meetings later. Here's a tip. You could always ask for to go, right? You could always bring something to go. So this is a big meal that was made and looks like we're gonna have some leftover. So packing a box to go, like right here, like a box to go, you could totally bring a box to go, right?
And they had frittatas on the menu, but it had cheese and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
had to make me some with no cheese.
cheese.
So it's just like egg whites,
Yep.
broccoli, tomato,
Yeah,
arugula.
absolutely. Brett says he used this last week while traveling. Yeah, and he rocked it. And Ashley said, "Why couldn't you guys go on your trip before I went on mine?" But now you know for next
It's
trip
all a
because I
learning
know
experience, 'cause
that you're about to go on a trip.
You get 1% better each time. So we go into a trip with a plan, right? And then things don't always go according to plan. And if they don't, that's okay. You gather data from that. Like, okay, what didn't align with my plan, and what can I do just a little bit different next time to be more successful? Because it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be things that happen you didn't plan for, and that's okay. This is just how you get better, one piece at a time.
Absolutely. And then we also had some questions this week on what happens if people judge you or they say weird things about what you order. Yeah, we got so many big-eyed looks like when we started asking our food, and we did it in front of our friends, and it didn't really even matter because it's your life, it's your health.
Your life, your health, your
And-
body, your goals.
And leaders, usually when they go first, they are the ones that get arrows in the back at the beginning, right? People always give off that hater, why are you doing that? Why can't you be like everybody else? Just because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But guess what? Once you start seeing the results, once you start reaping the benefits of this new lifestyle, they will start asking you questions. How did you do
whenever
it?
you get people that are starting to hate on you, like they're not doing it. Most of the time, it's not on purpose. It's a subconscious thing because it's a reflection of what's going on within
Exactly.
themselves that they're not willing to or ready to do. So when people like say stuff that's like kind of hating on you, in your mind, you should be like, I'm on the right track here.
Exactly. You're being unique and you make decisions on your own based off of your own personal goals, based off what you truly want versus what people feel like you need. And they don't even know either because they usually are just listening to everybody else, right? Outdated information, that kind of thing. All right, guys, have an amazing Monday and I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.